Side C begins with The Big Jump. Another pretty simple, sexy, and groovy dance track. There's probably not even a whole lot to read into or analyze or interpret when it comes to this song. It's mostly instrumental apart from the repeated drop of the title, The Big Jump, The Big Big Jump, as opposed to its little cousin, The Little Skip. Some of you may recognize this as part of the soundtrack to the video games Burnout Revenge and Project Gotham Racing 3, both of which also came out later that year in 2005. I honestly do remember playing Burnout Revenge on the original Xbox back in the day. I even still have the copy of it myself. I wouldn't say I was exactly good at it, but still. You know you have yourself a good song when it's featured in a Burnout game or GTA game. The song is pretty much what its title and lyrics sum up. It's big, and it's jumpy. Then we have Left Right, featuring Anwar Prescott, better known as Anwar's Superstar. He had also collaborated with the likes of Mos Def, Pharaoh Monk, and even Dan the Automator. And he certainly gives his best here, rapping what's essentially a tone piece about the nature of war, how soldiers march, fight, and eventually die, wondering which is the right side or the wrong side, if there's even a right side at all. He even name-drops some notable individuals like George Bush, Saddam Hussein, Sheikh Ahmed Yassin, Osama bin Laden, Idi Amin, and Fidel Castro. All people that had power and notoriety back in the 2000s. And yet, the themes of war and the humanizing of soldiers remains relevant even today. That all said, though, the music itself is pretty vibing as well. Almost sounding like a groovy, funky version of Black Sabbath's Iron Man. Then it all builds as Anwar orders several countries to stand up, such as the UK, US, France, Spain, Portugal, Germany, Slovakia, China, Kosovo, and even Palestine. I think you can guess which side he would take on the recent conflict with that one. But regardless, he reminds us all that outside our safe doors and comfortable homes, there's almost always some kind of war or conflict or two going on out there somewhere in the world. And there are those just as innocent yet less fortunate than us, having to live through it or even forced to fight in it, especially if they don't want to. So when Anwar orders all the people and soldiers to march with him, it's not a march to start or prolong a war, but to end one. To end all wars going on right now, with any and all means. And we must let our leaders know, we must show that there can be a better way. There's always a better way. And it doesn't or shouldn't matter if you're left wing, right wing, centrist, or whatever. Only that we must achieve a greater good for all people. Side C ends with Close Your Eyes, featuring guest vocals from the underrated indie rock band The Magic Numbers. And this was months before the debut album was released. And despite the involvement of Magic Numbers, or maybe even because of such, this song is probably rather unique from what you usually expect from the Chemical Brothers. Something more like indie pop than full-on clubby house or electronica. But just because something's different doesn't automatically make it bad. It's whether it's bad that makes it bad. So is this a bad song? Not really in any way at all. Sure, as a Chemical Brothers song, it's not exactly what you expect from them, but on its own, it's a pretty nice track. Almost has a bit of a Nine Inch Nails kind of feeling to its instrumentation, along with some soothing harmonic vocals, or likely from the Magic Numbers themselves, albeit seeming to repeat the lines, "In your eyes, I can see that you're cracking up. You've had enough, and you fell in love, and it pains my head." I should probably get some paracetamol for that. What if all that was coming to me I'm in this love, turn the radio on. The Darkness have a new song and I'll be damned if I miss it. Will I walk? Should I wait? Will I find love is in the hands of tomorrow? What if it was all were to change like I thought it would? If not, then you'll probably have to find it in the hands of yesterday. He can be pretty careless with those things. Snarky jokes and comments aside, it's not the worst song by any or all means. But I get how some people may not expect this kind of music from someone like the Chemical Brothers. It definitely feels more like a Magical Numbers song with the Chem Bros as just the guest producers. Maybe if I were to listen to more Magic Numbers, I might be fine with it, but as is, it's alright. Nothing too bad or crazy, just another nice little chill piece among all the other hard club tracks on this album and the rest of Chemical Brothers' discography.